Hello, welcome back, my beautiful, beautiful souls. Thank you for being here with me. If you're watching this, you probably just finished my YouTube video on why we want others to feel bad and you're ready to go deeper. So let's do that. Now, if you have not seen the video that I'm talking about, it is linked below, so feel free to check that out if you feel so called to do so, okay? Now remember to take what resonates, leave the rest, and as always, use your own discernment, okay? But knowing why we do it is only half the journey, right? So now we want to learn how to alchemize it, okay? So we kind of talked about in our other video how we can acknowledge pain without feeding it, right? And this is the first step. So let's talk about this first. The first step is transmutation, okay? And that is acknowledgement, not suppression, all right? So you want to say to yourself, this hurts, and I don't need to make anyone else hurt to validate that. And this is huge, okay? That simple truth opens the door to healing, okay? The fact that you are willing to let go of needing revenge or wanting to harm others, okay? For the good of all and harm to none, right? So then pain loses its power the moment you stop resisting it. Okay, so acknowledge the pain. You don't have to feed it, but acknowledge it, okay? Then you become the observer and not the prisoner of the pain, okay? So that's our first step here. Then our second is detaching the identity, okay? You are feeling pain, but you are not made of pain, okay? So one quick way to do this, not that this needs to be quick, I mean, certainly take your time with your healing journey, right? But, you know, to keep it simple here, close your eyes and say, this emotion is energy moving through me, not who I am, okay? And that goes for any type of, you know, emotion you're feeling that you kind of want to step away from, okay? So of course, if we're feeling happiness and joy and, you know, love and all of those things, we want to feel those good things, right? But these other things, not that they are bad, okay? But there is such thing as negative, right? So we don't want to get stuck in that negative vibration, okay? Or that lower vibration, I should say. So acknowledging that the emotion is energy, not who you are or what you are, okay? It's energy moving through you. So acknowledge that, okay? And that kind of detaches it from you, all right? So imagine the pain as, and this can be, you can, you know, customize this to make it better for you, okay? But I find imagining it as a certain color or maybe as smoke or like a cloud. So however works for you. But imagine your pain as something like that, kind of shifting and swirling around in your field. If you've never envisioned yourself different than you are, you haven't sat and envisioned yourself in a different place or different timeline or how you want things to be, then this may be a little difficult for you, okay? And I would highly encourage you to really start practicing visualization, okay? But imagine that swirling around in your field, okay? And then watch it move. Instead of gripping it, don't try to grip it, which might be tempting, okay? Watch it move. And that's the moment you reclaim your power because you are observing it without latching on, okay? Then the third step is invoking the fire of transmutation, okay? So now you want to breathe deeply and visualize a golden or violet, are the colors that I would recommend, flame within your heart, okay? So try to picture your heart, or at least, you know, where it is on your body, and a golden or violet flame kind of sitting in your heart, okay? This is the flame of alchemy, where lower frequencies dissolve into light. Okay, so breathe into that fire and imagine that you're saying to it, take this heaviness, this anger, this ache, and turn it into understanding, compassion, and wisdom. And again, you can customize that, okay? Whatever those things that you want to alchemize that into, okay? Feel the warmth spread through your chest, not burning, but cleansing, okay? That's the fire of your own divinity at work. You are reprogramming, okay? And fourth, you want to choose the lesson over the loop. This is very important. They're all important, okay? But remember, every emotion carries a message, okay? So ask your higher self, what did this come to teach me? Now, whether this be anger, jealousy, envy, sadness, whatever emotion it is that you're feeling that you know that you need to work on or want to know more about, what did this come to teach me? Maybe it came to remind you that your worth isn't tied to being chosen. Maybe it came to teach you boundaries. Maybe it came to show you how powerful you are when you stay calm in chaos. Okay, so whatever that lesson is. And when you choose the lesson, you stop repeating the loop. Okay. And then fifth, we want to anchor the light. Okay, so now that you've transmuted the emotion, you want to fill that space it left behind. Okay, you can't just release, you got to replace. Okay, we're talking about energy here. So now we want to affirm, right? I choose peace. I choose understanding. I choose light. Okay. Let your body relax. Let your shoulders drop. Let your heart expand. Visualize light flooding your aura, sealing the work you've just done, knowing it is done. Okay, and feel that confirmation. And the closing message here from Spirit is, pain is sacred fuel. It's how souls remember their strength. But you were never meant to stay in it, only to move through it. Every time you alchemize pain into light, you shift timelines. You ripple healing through generations, lifetimes, and beyond. So remember, you don't need to make them feel bad to heal. You only need to remember the light you are. Thank you, Spirit. Sending you light, love, and healing, and I really hope this helped.